I'm toe-to-toe rubbing shoulders with legends. If we talking paying dues, I'm over-aggressive. My tongue is a weapon, I know you in question. I benefited from the teachers, I'm more than a message. And the way the feeling moved me is more than a session. Back in the building, no cap on the ceiling. Don't even argue with niggas, I'm 1 in a million. Got real stain in my city, it's not with a blemish.
Back like we never left. You already know Mindset is the movement. Another day above ground is another day to be great. You rocking with your boy Fellow.
I am your dog Pop.
And it's Mindset.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Pop, what it is, man?
What's going on, man?
We back around with it.
Back around, man.
Back around with it. And we got the Mindset Maniac. He gonna be hanging out with us.
Maniac.
From here until further notice, the Maniac is gonna be here with us. He's gonna have some shit that we talk about that he ain't gonna like, and you know, that's how we do it.
You see, he got his hand over
He
here.
got it, you know what I mean? He got it head. He gonna head. Cause we be gassing it up and we be doing our thing, but
yeah,
it's good to be back, man.
Good to be back, man. Absolutely.
We got some shit we gotta chop it up about, man, cause it's been going crazy out here.
Been a lot going on, man. I think it's gonna forever be like that.
Facts.
You wanna start it off with the new music?
It's a lot of I could say it's a lot of flavorful sounds going on. It seems like the competition is getting them back to where guys is competing now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not just making music just for, people be making music, artists make music for the show money.
Yeah.
They make music just to make music, but it seems like the competition is getting to where it's showing itself now. And I like that. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I'm gonna hop right in to my boy ScHoolboy.
Yeah. Let's get into
ScHoolboy Q. He came back strong. You know what I mean? A 5-year layoff. A 5-year layover. And it take that sometime to reach a peak, you know what I mean? To reach a different aspect of your career, because you living life. I mean, you living, right. I'm sure he was still touring, doing stuff. Your family grows. Right. Just a lot of stuff in between the music. So you want to, and then that helps to make the best music you can make. Yeah. If you go through something, if you making albums or just tapes every few months and every year or so, you really it might turn to, you know what I'm saying, consistently just repeating your sound. Exactly. You know what I mean? When you take a little time in between that, you hear different shit. I mean, a lot of artists say they don't listen to other artists, but you do. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna hear your music. Right. But I just feel like the man came back strong with the Blue Lips. A good amount of tracks on here, 18 tracks on here, and a good amount of features on here too. Let's just start with the artwork.
I like it. I'm glad you went there. I wanted to start with the artwork.
Yeah, just start with the artwork. I mean, of course, it's blue. He represents blue. You know what I'm saying? He represents Crip. He's a Crip, so that has a lot to play with. The name of the album, I believe, Blue Lips. Mm-hmm. But the artwork is just crazy, and I wanted to see who was behind the art, like who was the artist that he captured. And it's a black lady. I think it's a black model, and I'm not sure of her name. Okay. Well, yeah. It's definitely a close up. Yeah, definitely a close up. And it's real creative, man. It's some shit I have on the wall somewhere. You dig what I'm saying? And just a lot of gems. He's just dropping a lot of gems, and it seems like he's rapping about what he's living now.
Yeah, I got that vibe too.
You got that vibe?
So, for me, man, this is his 6th project.
It's number 6 right here.
It was 5 years ago when he released Crash Talk. Yep. So 2024 Blue Lips. The artwork got me right away. I kind of associated the blue with the Crip. Definitely. But I don't know, it seemed like he got an infatuation with words. Cause you got oxymoron, you got Crash Talk, you got Blue Lips. So maybe it got something to do with that.
Wow, good point. Yeah.
And then it's like a close-up of a mouth. So it's like, it's almost like pay attention to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Type thing.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I think the artwork is dope. I think it's creative, and I think it goes with the concept of the album. For me, man, the project is a little bit all over the place.
See, that's where I disagree with the guy. You feel me? Because the man told you he was an oxymoron when he came out. You dig what I'm saying? The man,
my point,
on all his albums, it is a back and forth when it comes to tracks and every track. That's one thing he does good. He doesn't line up tracks that in a row that sound alike.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Like he might go from a super emotional song to a
word.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Now we dub stepping and
definitely.
But you know what I'm saying? To each his own. I think it's a roller coaster album to me.
I think purposely though.
Yeah. It's probably on purpose. I feel like if you take this long to put out an album, everything is intentional.
Yeah.
At this point.
Facts. You think he got the wait time from Kendrick?
I think it's some shit going on at TDE, bro.
You gotta factor in
all of them do
factor
that.
In
the only one that don't do it is SZA.
Oh yeah, she gonna drop.
It took Kendrick
pandemic though.
Years.
Factor the pandemic.
It took Ab-Soul 5 years.
You gotta factor in that pandemic though. Them 3 years was probably catastrophic to how they developed their music.
I feel like in the pandemic, niggas was recording their most music.
Yeah.
Because niggas was bored.
Yeah. Well,
now they might have couldn't get to the studio like they normally would, but you can't tell me they wasn't at home like writing.
Nah, you right.
You know, a lot of people had loved ones that was sick, so you know what I'm saying? Probably had to deal more with family.
Yeah.
Making sure your kids are straight, making sure your lady's straight. So
and I didn't check the age of his kids, but I know he has young kids, so maybe that had something tied into it too.
Yeah. I think he got a daughter, if I'm not mistaken. I seen a little doc that they was doing a while back, and she was always around him. So
now going back to the all over the place shit. I kind of like that for different kind of artists. So
it fit him.
You know what I'm saying? The all over the place fits him as an artist because with all her albums that he made, it's been kind of different like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now tapping into the album, I mean, the production is crazy. Now he has a lot of beats on here where he's switching the flow up and he's switching the beat up within the same song.
Yeah. A lot of beat switches.
Yeah. Just some notable tracks on here. Thank God for Me, Blue Slides, Lovebirds, and just listen to the names as I'm moving along. He got a track on here called Ohio, right? With Freddie Gibbs. Niggas is sounding like the Ohio players on here. Nah, for real. Freddie verse, when he first came on, I thought he was Buster. The first couple words that he started with, I said, "Oh, the nigga ScHoolboy got Buster on here."
Yeah.
But it was Freddie, and it sounds like the Freddie from the 2018 album called Freddie. Yeah. Like when he was impersonating Barry White and all that.
Yeah.
That's the type of vibe that songs give me. You know, that song gives me.
I got you.
The melody is crazy. That's one of my favorite songs on there. And then right after that, it's a song called, I think it's called Fox. Fox, you know what I mean?
I think it's called Foe. Yeah.
Foe.
The exercise. It got me too.
Yeah. But Ab is going crazy on this. Ab-Soul is going crazy on this. And I like how they, when all the TDE artists make music together, this shit, it just sounds good.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Ab, they killed it on this, man. The beat is crazy.
Yeah. I think they when you say that about the TDE doing music together, I feel like the in-house, it's like they got a certain type of chemistry.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
And they talk that drug talk very well.
Yeah. And they do it in a way that's is real distinctive to them, to who they, to who they are.
Right.
He got a track on here. Hold up. Just moving on from the ab shit. Jazzy, he got a track with Jazzy, Lost Time. That's one of my favorite joints on here too.
Yeah.
He got some shit on here, man.
Definitely.
You know, I'm just he got Childish Major on here again, you know. He came out with this studio shit with Childish Major. And that shit was crazy. Germany 86 is another track that he's spitting on. And it's just like this is a non-skipper. I'm saying this. I mean, you disagree or agree, whatever. I don't care. But I'm telling you right now, this is a non-skipper. There's some shit I learned something different about the album with every listen. Right. And you can listen to this album in different settings. I listened to this shit when I was working out. I listened to this shit when I was driving in the car. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth. In the crib cleaning up. It's one of them ones, bro. Yeah. You feel me? He's gonna have a lot of shows. He gonna get a lot of show money off this album. You think so? I can say that, yeah.
I think he gonna be able to perform at different crowds. Like,
yeah, that's a good point.
Like some of these records are more like, I would describe it as like dubstep or like party.
Yeah, yeah. What's the album that Drake came a while with recently? Before him and 21 collaborated, but it was one of them New Jersey.
Bounce. So got that.
Yeah, so School kind of got that West Coast effect when in some of these tracks on here.
Like I think he'll appeal more to like the white crowd with that type of sound. Cause to me that type of sound is notorious for white people that's on drugs.
Facts.
They out there going nuts.
Yeah.
That's not to be racist.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. We know how they do at their shows. We know how they do when they turn up. Yeah, so yeah, his party shit is crazy. I mean, it's a specific song here called Yearn 101, and I think it go for them type of headbang party joints, yeah. So
but that's the one you ain't really care for it, though.
Yeah, that's the one I told him I ain't really care for. If I had to take one track off of it.
I try to take some of my opinionated shit out.
I know it.
Like I try to remove myself and listen to it as if I was somebody else.
Facts.
So once you do that, it's like, all right, this album is really good.
Right.
But preference wise, for me, I think it's a good album, but I probably wouldn't visit it as much as
wow, yeah. I know you wouldn't.
There's some joints on here for sure. Like Blue Slides is probably my favorite joint on there.
That's your joint.
He pay a little homage to Mac Miller on there.
Yeah, he do. They had a relationship, yep.
And I've seen interviews he's done about Mac Miller. They were super close.
Yeah, yeah.
It seemed like a more mature him, like he's learning from things he's done in his past and
I feel that
kind of trying to correct and not repeat the same thing that took his homeboy out.
Yeah, good point, bro. And it's a more mature look. I mean, he looked like
he sounds sober on some of them songs.
There you go.
This particular song, like he sounds sober.
You could really hear more clearly on this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I think he was in a different state of mind, and he played the album for Hov too. So for him to bring that to Hov and tell Hov, check me out.
Yeah.
I think that was super grown of him. I can say that. That was super grown of him.
Yeah. Rather
than the listening party type shit. He probably had a listening party, but to do that, just an extra, maybe Hov give me some feedback, maybe Hov run something by me, whatever. But
yeah. Exactly.
I will say that this is a top 5 album, regardless of what you think. But for me right now, it's probably my favorite album out right now. It's still the first quarter of this year. You know what I'm saying? Through what I've heard right now, I could jam. I've been listening to it daily since it came out. So
yep.
And just you want to start off with another album, or you want me to bounce into what you want me to keep?
Sure, keep bouncing.
Let me keep bouncing. And so I gotta bounce into my boy, representing East New York. You know what I'm saying? Straight from the city, straight from the borough of Brooklyn. Uncle Murder.
Yeah.
Uncle Murder. He came with the Lenny Grant story.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And it's to me, it's a great album, man. I'm gonna go ahead and state that now.
For sure.
So Uncle Murda is known for his yearly wrap-ups. You know what I mean? I think since 2015, he been doing the end of the year wrap-up.
Right.
And this shit just caught fire. You know that. We know that. You talking about an artist that's not scared to disrespect you. We talking about an artist that's not scared to get certain artists on a record that you would probably want to get on it. You dig what I'm saying? A vet. He been around the game. I've known Uncle Murda to be around the game since about 05, 06.
Yeah. Got a lot of respect in New York.
Got a lot of respect, especially in New York. But he doesn't have his sound. You just can't be biased to his sound because he does features with artists that's outside of the city. He got a big feature with Future. He got a big feature with just a few different artists, and it might not even be label wise. It might be people he's reached out to. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
Right.
But I just know that the man has grown. His catalog is just getting better as the years go on. He's been touring with 50 and Yayo, so he's polishing his, you know what I mean, his stage presence. Yeah. He's polishing the type of artist he is. This Lenny Grant story is personal. That's his name, Lenny Grant, and he just getting into the story himself, and you can hear that throughout the tracks.
That's the name of the album?
That's the name of the album, okay. Lenny Grant story.
Gotcha.
So, like I said, he's known for his yearly wrap-ups, right? But I first caught on to Uncle Murda from his Summertime Shootout mixtapes.
Okay.
You dig? And it's just the man got murderous, charismatic music. That's what I call it, because just like this album, it starts off with gunfire. So he talked that murder talk for real. He talked that murder talk. His yearly wrap-ups, it's about he talking shit about people, basically, and doing it in a funny way, and doing it in a serious way, and doing it in whatever kind of way he want to do it in. Right. So all the music that he makes, I wouldn't call it controversial, but
it can be considered that though.
It can be considered that. He just got a witty New York thing about him. Yeah. I think this is the best body of work he's put out. His production on here is crazy. Yeah. Let's just go into some of the tracks. I mean, If I Die is what he starts off with, and like I said, it comes out with gunfire. Yeah. The production on this album is top tier. Like I think he paid some money up. Yeah.
From what I've heard so far that you was playing earlier, he got some joints on here.
He got some joints. My favorite joint on here is called The Projects. Uncle Murda and Conway together. This shit is dangerous. Yeah. They got a sample on here from Nas and from Prodigy on the hook. This shit is crazy, man. I'm telling you, the engineers is going crazy these days, Pop. Like, you could be a subpar rapper, not saying Uncle Murda is, but you could be a subpar rapper with great engineering and great mix and mastering. Yeah. You out the roof. You out of here. Yeah. And good production. I mean, good promotion. You up out of here, man.
You up out of here.
You up out of here.
Then you build that chemistry with the engineers and stuff you working with, and man, they figure out your sound. Yeah. They figure out what type of beats you like, because some people like the more sample driven.
Exactly. That's me especially.
I think a lot of people like that because it reminds them of something older that they used to vibe to.
Definitely.
So like, I mean, we've been doing that shit since the beginning of hip hop.
Hell yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah.
And Murda, he's done it on previous albums too. Right. Using samples. And shout out to Conway. Conway be using samples too, but they got some shit on here. He also got a track on here called No Safety with Benny the Butcher on here. So the Griselda Campus heavy on this album. Another one of my favorite joints on here is called Money. I'ma die with the money. I'ma live with the money. And the kiss is him and Jadakiss. They going crazy. They do have a visual for it. And the production on this shit is crazy again. I mean, this shit is just, it doesn't stop. Like, he got one in here called Spin the Block. It's 50 Cent is on the hook, and he got Styles P on the verse. And that shit right there is dangerous too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he really took time and put a complete album together. And like I said before, with the touring with 50, just seeing different shit as he elevates as an artist, It's making his music better. Like, don't just settle for his yearly wrap-ups. Don't just settle for that. Tap into the man album.
Into some of the more personal music.
Yeah, and this is real personal. The Laken Riley story, he talks about how his mother died and he had to take care of his younger siblings. He was only 12 years old. He talk about he having shootouts with motherfuckers in the hood and his grandmother being scared for his safety. You know what I mean? Like, he digging in deep to his life on this one. I think y'all need to give it a listen. Y'all, I guarantee you're gonna like one track off of here, but shit, it's 12 on here. I can't find one that's bad. It's competing with the motherfucking Blue Lips album to me. Yeah. And it's different type of music, but I'm fucking with Uncle Murder on this one.
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire, man.
Yeah.
One album I was kind of tapped into is man, your boy Shari did it again.
Word.
This man here, bro. Happily Never After.
Shout out to him.
He released this maybe like 2 days ago, I believe.
Okay.
I jammed to it a little bit yesterday, man. It's, you know, he kind of flip-flops with between rapping and R&B. Okay. And he'll have like some R&B albums and he'll have some super rap albums. And this is more in his R&B bag. And most of the production is like super laid back, almost like some of that shit ain't got no drums.
They want you to hear that shit.
It's like real melodies. And I like, he does this thing, man. I don't know if he has people call in and leave voicemails. Yeah. But he always got like a gang of voicemails on his projects. And I don't know if he just calling women to the studio to do this.
Wow.
Or these real voicemails? Yeah. Or do you have a line where you just say, hey, all my female fans, call in, leave me a voicemail on here, you might get on my project type deal.
Damn, that's crazy. What you think is leaning towards?
I don't know. I feel like I've seen him post something about, like, if you call this number, leave a voicemail, I want to use it for like one of my Heartbreak albums. And but some of them seem authentic. Like, nigga, I pulled up on you at the red light. Nigga, you ain't even see me. She said, I text you, I called you or something, and I saw you look at the phone and you purposely ignored me. Like, that shit seemed real to me. Or, I mean, I think people get creative with how they do albums now. So it all goes into the story of how they want to lay out the project or the concept of the album.
What you think about skits on the album nowadays?
I think they make it way better.
I do too, bro.
I think I'm gonna tell you who really good at this shit. Who? Malcolm.
Oh, really?
Mac.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, man, I done heard some shit where he make it sound like they make it sound like a house party. Yeah. And like the real muffled music in the back, it sound like a lot of commotion, and then you have a conversation going over the top.
Yeah, that's fucking dope.
It feel like a movie. Like when you listen to an album, you want that shit to feel like you just watched a full time,
definitely, man,
flick, like definitely a whole script. Like, hey. I really think it adds to the concept of the album if you can do them correctly, and if you can place them in the correct spots.
See, that's what I think the biggest difference between mixtapes and albums. Like, you want to spend that extra time to throw in them little pockets of creativity because they stand out over the years. I mean, I could go to an artist like Cameron. He does the skits too, like you were saying, dropping voicemails. He used to have the females calling in. Like I know he had one female that was tracking him. Yeah. Throughout the day and throughout his events, you know what I mean? Him going to photo shoots, him going to recording session booths to record. I mean, she wouldn't leave his line alone, and it just made for. It makes for a better album. It just makes for, you know what I mean? It's just shit that people point out. I go to some Outkast albums.
Absolutely.
You dig what I'm saying? Like skits. It puts you in a different mind frame. It puts you in the album.
Yeah.
It puts you there.
It puts you there. Yeah. And I'm even add to that. I think skits are an opportunity for you to add personality to your album.
Good. That's a good.
Outside of the song.
That's a good way to put it.
So you got some artists, like they add their comedic side to it.
Yeah.
Like they try to make skits that's funny. Like me and Chuck always talk about, I was a big Saint Lunatics fan.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to
So
them.
like that album that they did, I think it was called Free City. They had a nigga on there and they got a skit where they talking about, hey nigga, like I think he called his daughter or something, like put your mom on the phone. And said, man, what you got going on? He said, man, it's just me, Key1, these are the St. Lunatics, Murphy Lee.
Right.
He said, man, you got all them niggas around my daughter. Fuck wrong with you? Like, you got a motherfucking dirt basement. You got a motherfucking pole in there.
Hell nah.
But we crack up to this day, man, about shit like that. But like some of the more funny skits, like, bro, you can still remember those.
Yeah, and it's for that, bro. It's for that. You know what I mean? It just adds value to the album, and that's why it's good that you pointed that out, because it shows that you really paying attention to the album. Like now with the mixtapes and shit, I mean, an artist will put out a mixtape and it's only like 1 or 2 tracks on there that they really push hard.
Yeah.
Now, when you put the album out, you're pushing out a body of work that you want to push.
Right.
I mean, and it's played longer.
Right.
I mean, it's just those are the differences I spot out. But
and I think he got a song on here called Valentine's.
Okay, I see it. Yeah.
So he this was his joint he promoted on Valentine's Day. So this was, I think, like one of the first singles. I think that the Outside Looking In, or is it might be the Do Good By You. The Do Good By You record is crazy. All around good body of work, man. I think Sari is super underrated for what he does.
Right.
I don't even know how you pronounce this, but that Yo Gal is amazing.
Okay, yeah. He got it all in caps too.
Yeah, it's a incredible album. The artwork is
that's what I was just about to say. The artwork I love is vibrant. You know what I mean? He got a lot of colors. And you could just piece it apart for his different emotions in here. He says happily never after, and he got a lot of broken hearts. I've seen in different kind of heartbreaks, and I said, yeah, he's expressing something visually. Like,
right.
He took his time with that shit, and it takes that. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Have something for niggas to it just stands out. It just stands out.
Niggas get tired of the old artwork. You got your face on there.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, come on. Like,
I'm even getting tired of niggas, the baby photo shit going around.
Exactly.
It was cool, but it's like, I guess nigga.
I understand if it was a theme like Nas' album.
Yeah.
It was like,
he's getting older. He's showing you. Yeah.
He's showing you the progression. But it's like,
and even like if it was niggas was still doing hard copy CDs, that's good to have in the booklet.
Yeah, exactly.
To keep putting it as the cover, all right, nigga, we seen your ugly ass baby pictures with your motherfucking. Now you want to put jewels and necklaces and shit on your ugly ass baby pictures. Yeah, we seen it already, nigga.
Man, like that shit kind of played out.
Yeah, but shout out to the artwork, and shout out to at least having 11, 12 tracks on the album. Like,
yeah,
give niggas something to, for replay value. Come on.
Yeah, definitely got some shit on there. Man, another artist I've been paying attention to, Lil Russell.
Speak on it.
He got a new album out called Clarity. So I'm one of them type cats, man. I'm just so interested in the music business. I want to see how certain artists do things.
Right.
Like, how are you elevating your business? How are you getting your views? What's your strategy for putting out the work you do?
Right.
And man, Lil Russell is killing this shit, bro. He's he created a company called Good Company.
Okay.
And
wow, good company.
they have a compound, is what they call it. I guess that's where everybody come to do the work.
Okay.
Like they do their rehearsals there.
Right.
And they do like get ready for photo shoots. They got, they might do some of their video editing there. But he got a whole team of people that help him. And they've been putting out this vlog of like just the stuff that they're doing, man.
Okay.
And it seems like they work their ass off, don't get me wrong.
Right.
Like one of his main things for this year was, I want to do in 3 months what a nigga do in a whole year.
Wow, 3 months?
3 months. And man,
is it hold up, is the vlog something like how Wiz was doing, or is it more? Okay, something like some daily shit.
They filming everything they doing throughout the day.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So the first one that caught my eye was a vlog where they took like a day out of their schedule and they was just like, man, we just gonna pull up to locations and film videos.
Okay.
So now everybody's doing like the one-shot videos where it's not like a music video, but it's like a visualizer. Like, I'm gonna shoot you doing this one scene, and it could just be a verse, it could be the whole song, but it ain't gonna have no cuts.
It's just one shot, one string going through the whole joint.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And I think they had did something like, they might have did 4 or 5 that day. So they would pull up to the location, film that shit. Boom. They would go back to the compound and change clothes. And then he would have 2 other guys scout the next location.
Oh, wow.
And then he got a stylist.
Yep.
So they'll change his clothes. And then he would like, send me the location. Boom. They on to the next one.
Right to the motherfucking next one.
Right to the next one. And it's a whole different song. And
that's
man,
unique, bro. That's unique.
I think he did like 22 or 23 that week. But I really been paying attention to like how they do stuff, man. And they vlog when they go out of town. I think he went out to LA and did a whole album in a day with Hit Boy.
That's dope.
And shot videos too.
Damn, Hit Boy been busy in the motherfucker.
Oh my God. It's incredible, man. But back to the album though. Clarity with the fisticuffs. That shit is a banger. I don't know, man. I gravitate towards dude because I feel like he's a young dude. He's learning the business first.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Important.
And he got some of the right people in his corner. Even on some of the vlogs, you'll see him talking to like a business exec or something, and he just really giving game. He kind of just soaking it up.
I see fisticuffs on here.
Yeah.
That's a good producer. That's a good engineer also.
Yeah. I'm not sure who the fisticuffs are. Like, are they the producers but
I think they're producers because I've heard that name a lot.
Yeah.
I think they're the producers. That's why I mentioned that they was dope because I heard that name a lot.
Right. Hell yeah.
And even the imagery for his album is crazy too, as far as the cover.
Yeah.
Like you getting creative with that. I
guarantee, like the way they do their videos, bro, it's like we just gonna pull up and shoot. But as the videographer is filming and they getting the shots, he got maybe like 2 photographers that's shooting shit in between.
Yeah.
So they getting so much done so fast.
Yeah. Like you said, that 3 months is turning into a year.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't think that's a bad idea, cramming it all like that. Let's push it. Let's see how fast and how hard we could push it.
Right.
And get results. I think that's what type of vibe he on.
He's a workhorse, man.
Shout out to that.
I definitely salute him, man. But I think that's about it for music, Yeah. Sebastian Michael got a phenomenal record called Eucalyptus. It's incredible. K-Count joint, bang. And then other than that, man, I really tapped into the Usher project.
Okay, yeah. The Newlywed?
Yeah. I ain't really fuck with it like that.
Okay, I mean...
He got a motherfucking joint on there, though.
Yeah.
Called Bop.
Just Dolo?
Oh my God.
Who was it with?
And let me turn into a bot. Hey.
I think he really pushed this album because he been doing his tour shit.
Yeah.
He dropped it he dropped it the same night as Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So it was good for the algorithm. I think he did it just for this timing portion.
Yeah. I agree.
So shout out to him for pushing it out for the timing. And he got married around the same time. He got married right before he came out for the show.
Man, who this nigga married, bro?
Hey, sometimes you gotta marry somebody that's off to the cut. Everybody don't know.
Is it a long time girlfriend or is it
with Usher? You not even knowing.
I mean,
you not even knowing with the boy Usher. You know what I mean?
He was on some of that.
I think somebody left. He said, "Don't leave your girl around me, true player for real." Somebody left her around. And he scooped up. She looked like a nice little Italian joint.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying?
She ain't even with the culture. She outside of it. She outside looking in. But I thought this album was not very good.
What was the tempo? I haven't had a chance to check it out. Was it high tempo, low tempo, love tempo?
It's a mix.
Okay.
It's a mix. He got some high tempo, like dance type shit on there.
Got you.
The joint with her on it, is amazing.
Yeah. Now I did hear that one. I did hear that one.
Joint is amazing. But other than that, man, he got a song on there called Big. It's awful. It's frowned upon. We can do it.
He could have left that motherfucker. He could have left that motherfucker off.
He could have left that motherfucker by the wayside.
Oh snap!
But I thought,
I mean, he does have 20 on here. Yeah,
he got a dub.
He got dub on here. So it's like he put in and some of them he might have been holding. I mean, the Dream on here. He got Lotto on here. Yeah. Summer Walker, 21 Savage.
The joint with Lotto is cool.
Burner Boy. So his feet, he ain't lacking. He ain't lacking.
With Burner is cool.
Shout out to Burner. He just did he just came out in Atlanta with his tour. He been touring and he stopped in Atlanta. Okay. And I seen he brought out your girl, Birdman girl. What's her name? Tony Braxton. He brought out Tony.
Okay, Tony.
Yeah, he brought out Tony. So I just thought of that real quick. Shout out to Burner Boy. He doing his thing. African
That's what's
artist.
up.
You dig what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I thought artists were also disappointed because he's stalling on the confessions too.
Oh, sometimes you gotta stall out, man.
Like, come on, man. We've been waiting. Like,
masterpiece. I mean, it's hard to follow up. Just like the movies, once you have a masterpiece, you don't want that second one to be a dub.
Yeah.
You don't want niggas to look at that and be like,
I wanted Jermaine to pre-roll some of this shit on here.
I mean, him and Usher still active, so I'm sure when he created music, he calls up Jermaine for his advice.
Yeah.
He did. And I hope he ain't giving them advice on clothing with them damn penny loaf ass shoes he had on the Super Bowl.
Shit, they seem like they up the same. Shit.
Nah, but yeah, shout out to Usher for that. I mean,
yeah.
I'm still processing Benny the Butcher's album, Everybody Can't Go. It's still dope. He got a track on there that got is Griselda Heavy, one of them tracks that's fire. Of course, the Big Dog joint with Wayne is crazy.
So what Tyson and Jake Paul got going on, man? Is this a real bout or they with the shenanigans?
That's the big question, man. Because it's like, we know the boy Jake with the shenanigans.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The boy got 10 fights. And all 10 opponents was, matter of fact, he got 10 fights and 9 opponents were unprofessional boxers. You feel me? So it's like, it's shenanigans playing already getting played, but he's 9-1, so he's won those fights, but when he fought a real boxer, he lost. Yeah. Last year. And just thinking of boy Tyson, like Tyson was ready. Tyson been ready for a fight since they limited his fight with Roy Jones.
Absolutely.
He wanted more than 3 rounds. He wanted more than restrictions. And now they got these bullshit restrictions with this fight. I mean.
Yeah, they got it's a lot of stuff going on, man. I think it's going to be one of the first combat sports aired on Netflix.
Yeah.
I guess it's like Yeah, it's like a new deal and it's a new thing that's starting. But I gotta read some of these rules.
Yeah, read the rules out for him, man.
First of all, Jake Paul, he gets to wear headgear.
Yeah.
Tyson doesn't.
Tyson doesn't get to, or he doesn't want to, or doesn't have to.
Get to.
He doesn't get to wear headgear.
Doesn't get
So just speaking on that, of course, we know that Tyson has a vicious hand on him. He's a legendary boxer.
He got an egg beater.
He got an egg beater. But look, check this out. Y'all want Jason to wear, y'all want Jake, not Jason, excuse me. Y'all want Jake to wear headgear, right? And Tyson not to wear headgear.
Yeah.
But Tyson is 30 years older than the guy.
Yeah.
So who should have the headgear on?
Probably Tyson. Because they I ain't gonna say they worried about him, but if he get hit the wrong way, you know what I mean? It could be
more
damaging to him than Jake.
Very, very catastrophic. But look, you also gotta look. And then the fucking gloves are so big, they're double the size of a regular boxing match gloves. So when you sparring, the gloves get a little bit bigger. They're bigger than that. Yeah. So you're not even gonna feel the punch.
And this will probably be a question for Bray, but I feel like the sparring gloves are 10 ounces.
Nah, they 14.
The sparring gloves are 14?
Yeah,
I was the regular match was 14.
The regular match is 10 or 12. Sparring 14. These 18. These motherfuckers trying to come out with no scars, no swollen, nothing. This is a tap match. They don't want somebody to get hurt. And I don't think they want Jake to get hurt.
They don't want Jake to get hurt.
They don't want Jake to get hurt.
So dig this, right? Now, Mike Tyson is 59.
Yep.
I think Jake is 29.
Nah, Mike Tyson 57, Jake 27.
Okay.
Mike Tyson might be turning 58
It's
soon.
a 30-year difference.
It's a 30-year difference.
Pretty much.
You dig what I'm saying?
Jake Paul gets to use any type of performance-enhancing drug that he wants to.
Oh, really?
They gonna drug test Mike, though.
That's another disadvantage.
Jake Paul is allowed to tag his brother in for emergency.
Oh, shit. Now you're getting comical.
Not only...
Logan Paul,
yeah. Not only can he tag his brother in, but they can also be in the ring at the same time.
So it could be a 2-on-1?
It can be a 2-on-1.
Yeah, this ain't shaping up to be... This ain't shaping up to favor Tyson at all.
There's no weigh-in for Jake Paul, but Tyson has to.
Okay, what's the weight that he got? He can't go.
I'm not 100% sure. Okay. Last time I seen Jake Paul though, he got a little pudgy. So
you mean Tyson?
No, I'm talking about Jake.
But there's no weigh-in for him, so it don't matter how chubby he
That's what I'm saying.
What about the limit for Tyson? That's what we need to know. Like,
yeah,
which I think he's gonna be in shape anyway. Tyson been now that he knows they're gonna fight. Oh, July 20th is the date.
Yeah.
Tyson gonna be in shape.
Bro,
Jake Paul might be in shape too.
We gotta get up and watch that. if not anything else, it's gonna be comedy.
Yeah, definitely. We gotta peep that one out.
But with all the odds that's against Tyson though, he's still considered to be the favorite for
No, he's not. I just checked and Jake Paul is not a favorite.
Where you get your info?
Google. I got it straight from Google, but
yeah.
I mean, of course, I would say, of course, he's a favorite. He gets no limitations, really. I mean, you can't. The only limitation Jake Paul got is he can't bring a motherfucking weapon in the ring with him.
Yeah.
Basically. Other than that, you got your brother with you. You got all sports enhancements. You know what I mean? Everything to enhance your body you could use. What else, nigga? You got headgear.
Got headgear. He probably got a clause in there to say he can't get hit in the head. Cause if Tyson banged his ass one time.
So do you think, all right, let's go with the impact for Tyson. Do you think he's coming out there to to ring Paul's head, no homo, or is he going along with the shenanigans play?
I think at the end of the day, they both about to get a dumbass bag.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
I mean, Tyson ain't. I think Tyson tends to lose himself once he gets in that ring.
That's a fact.
Like, because I think looking back on the fight with Roy Jones, I feel like he could have banged.
Yeah. You seen at one point he was starting to get the momentum. Like, he get
but they
back
were
into
limited to what they could do.
Yeah,
and he ain't used to that. And even that was a bag. I mean,
I think Paul is gonna frustrate him purposely at one point. Whatever he does in there, he's gonna have Tyson frustrated at one point just to see Tyson get out of character.
Yeah,
which is really in his character. Yeah, it's just been being calmed down for these. Yeah. He hasn't had a professional fight since 2005, so these last 20 years has been on calm. Whereas the last 19 years, Tyson just been, you know what I mean, growing his businesses, doing his, of course he's still working out, but he's just been doing Tyson. Now, Paul, he's rising. His fame is rising, for real. Tyson is not no Nate Robinson.
Exactly.
It ain't gonna be no 1-2 good hits. It's gonna knock me down. It might stun him. The dude is 57, 58. So if you hit him good, you're gonna get stunned. But he probably looking for that type of shit so he could bang on you. You dig? Yeah. Exactly. But I don't know, man. With all these limitations, I'm still looking forward to a decent fight. You know what I mean? Yeah. I
think it's gonna be more like a wrestling match, bro. It's gonna be. It's gonna be must-see TV though. Like, it's gonna be more entertaining than anything.
Yeah, definitely It's definitely gonna be must-see TV.
I think they doing that shit in Texas. In the arena in Texas.
What you think the ticket price is gonna be?
I think they're gonna be manageable.
Okay, I think so. How many rounds?
Gonna be through the roof.
Did they say the rounds?
I didn't see nothing.
I didn't peek no rounds yet.
I think Tyson can go 12 though.
I'm definitely not gonna go 12.
Obviously, Paul can go 12.
I don't think
you're talking about he was doing 80 rounds.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna be the wherever they at could fit 80,000 people, so it's gonna be motherfuckers there in attendance. You know, everybody want to be seen, but Tyson's last fight was only 3 rounds, so I don't think they're gonna have to. I'm not thinking they're gonna stretch it to 12. Maybe they might even gonna push it to 6 rounds. Right. You dig?
I just know how Tyson get when he really start training. Yeah. You get to where you running 8-10 miles a day. Mm-hmm. Like, we can do.
Yeah, he really on it.
We can do 12 rounds if need be, but like you said, I don't think it's gonna go that far.
You think he's trying to prove something? Who you think trying to make? Who do you think out of these 2 fighters has the most to prove?
I think Jake, because he got more of the career left.
Definitely.
Tyson don't really care. Nah, for real.
He cared, but he cares for different reasons. I think he cared because I want to shut this young boy. I want to show this young boy that a dude my age.
I don't get that vibe.
You don't get that.
They too friendly.
They are friendly, but it gets different when you go into that ring though.
It do, but it's like, Mike Tyson gone, and then help him up and shit. Mike Tyson one of them type of fighters, but nigga Mike.
It's hard. I want to see a knockout, but how you gonna knock somebody out when you got so much cushion on your glove?
Nigga, headgear. I don't know. They say like the hip. Sometimes you got more padding, but that shit gonna be heavier. Yeah. So sometimes that shit be more power.
True.
So
you get you wore out faster. We just have to see.
That's different.
That's gonna be different. The imbalance.
Motherfucking.
You know what I mean? But I'm sure now that they know the glove size, they've been training in those glove sizes.
Yeah.
I would adjust to that
Shit probably
size.
look abnormal.
And I would have the headgear on while I'm training too, which I'm sure he does. I mean, you should. You're going to have it on during the fight. But yeah, man, July 20th.
July 20th.
Netflix got one. I mean, I'm sure they're going to have plenty more subscribers now that they got that.
Yeah, I'm gonna get mine.
Yeah, I'm going to try to find somebody on Netflix. Let me hold your account.
Yeah, I got you. But yeah, I don't really know what to think about the Tyson match, but we definitely gonna check it out.
We'll check it out. You know what I mean? And, like you said, if anything, hopefully it's just entertaining. You dig? I mean, of course it's entertaining for them. They getting millions out of it, but for us,
right.
And then I'm gonna say Tyson win it though.
Right.
I'm gonna say Tyson wins.
That's who I'm pulling for anyway.
Bet.
I would say a couple of weeks ago, I think it actually happened on February 22nd.
Okay.
Man, caught wind that a body was found hanging by a nature trail in Georgia. I think the guy's name was Trevonte Jamal Shubert-Helton, 29 years old. And it was a hiking trail in Towns County. The GBI is doing their investigation. So from my understanding, a hiker was hiking the trail and found his body like basically dangling. And the little history I know about it is he was dating a white lady at the time, so they're investigating it as a hate crime.
Right.
Obviously, I mean, if someone's lynched, any type of lynching, though, I feel like is gonna be considered a hate crime.
Nah, you definitely right, man.
Because, I mean, just look over history, like,
yeah,
it's something they did to us for entertainment.
Yeah, for their entertainment only. You feel what I'm saying? It's definitely a hate crime. And I'm gonna just state a different side to this shit. I mean, sometimes I say we, because I'm just saying, you know, black against white. If that's the situation we talking about, we as in blacks, you miss the signs.
Yeah.
It's signs that you miss sometimes.
The flags, the red flags.
It's some flags that you miss, man, when you trying to, you know, just pursue somebody or you think everything is good. Now you in a trail somewhere or you somewhere in the mountains, that's already iffy. And it's just y'all. And then let's say, especially now, we're not sure how long they've been dating or how long they was together, but if it's your first couple weeks and you know this person and they invite you out to their family or to their ridge or range or they invite you somewhere where you're away from home and you not familiar with the place, that's a gut feeling, a red flag that's thrown up that you need to consider.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? They got all type of shit you be seeing. I mean, if she said something previously and it caught your ear and you didn't like it, address it then. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you be wanting that connection and you be wanting to, or sometimes you just you just find yourself to be a little boastful. Oh, fuck it, hell. Well, I go out there, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me. Yeah. Or I try something new. I mean,
that ego, that macho, you know what man. I mean?
That macho man ego shit that had your ass dangling somewhere. Movies like Get Out and shit like that, they ain't making them for no reason.
Hell yeah. That shit.
There's certain choices that you make sometimes have you in a liable state of mind. I mean, look, if it's just me and a bunch of other people that's not the same color as me, not the same race, and it's not my family, I want to kind of have some type of, you know what I mean? You gotta have some type of guard up. Yeah. Maybe a guard is you tell one of your loved ones that you going here, or you know what I mean? It's some kind of, you got to put something in place for safety. Right. For real. Especially if you're not knowing this person. Like if it's your first couple interactions with this person. Right. Come on, man. Pay attention. Pay attention because shit going on. And then
think about like both of these, which we'll touch on in a second. All right. Their crimes have been committed when they're isolated.
Yes.
And they're
good point.
On a nature trail by themselves.
Good point, Pop. Yep.
I just think it's like they're being targeted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, especially when you're secluded like that. I mean, it's easy to get. Who gonna hear you yelling? And it's easy for them to point you out. I mean, and it's, to be honest, like, your conscience is more relaxed because you like, shh, you gotta wait with that shit. Ain't nobody gonna catch it. I mean, I wasn't even there. Yeah.
And two, man, shit that I just pay attention to in my daily life. Like, this is a college town we live in.
Right.
These kids be running campus at night by themselves with headphones on.
For real. Yep.
Like,
be more cautious. Yeah, you're right.
You ain't paying attention to nothing. You just think you that safe.
Yeah, you never know who been out there for weeks at a time watching your routine. You never know who want to touch on you, who want to grab you up, who want to keep you for themselves. You never know who's miserable in life and want to affect you in a way that they feel. You know what I'm saying? All type of different scenarios. I mean, like, you never know who you might have judged earlier or who you might have motherfucking been clowning and they want some get back.
Yep.
It's all type of shit. You never know. Like, just for this situation, is a couple, it might have been somebody who in her family who wasn't agreeing with their situation. Not just how she feels. She might love the dude to death.
Could have been a father.
Her parents or uncles or brothers or sisters didn't.
Grandparents.
You dig what I'm saying? Even her local neighbor probably didn't like him. You never know.
Yeah.
So, and they young. They both are under 30. I mean, you gotta keep that into consideration too.
Yeah.
Moral of the story: if you had them gut feelings, speak on it first, and then act on it, and then keep on moving with it. Because if you don't, you could be in jeopardy.
Exactly. And then it's what do you think about the UGA girl? Is it Laken?
Yeah, it's
Laken Riley.
Laken Riley. Yeah, so
22-year-old student.
Yeah.
I think she was transferring from UGA at the time, and she was running on the nature trail and never came back. You know what I'm saying? And
never secluded area.
Right, exactly. Isolated. They say the guy that did it had a brother that worked at UGA at the time, and
inside man.
Exactly. I think he was 26, and he wasn't even a legal citizen.
Right.
And his brother had a fake green dot card.
Fake green dot card, which was saying he was 29, but we don't know about that.
Exactly.
I mean, whew.
How do you feel about that incident getting more publicity than the
lynching?
The lynching.
Well, you got a successful college student who's at a successful university, UGA,
right?
And then you have a suspect who's been captured. So I feel like that's why. Yeah, that's why he's getting more showtime for this, rather than and then with the lynching, it's been going around so long, man. And of course, it's hard. You ain't got nobody to pinpoint and say who did it. It takes an investigation, but it's been going around for so long. It's kind of getting swept under the motherfucking rug, man.
Yeah, I think. But I think that it flows into the politics too.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I mean, this UGA girl, and I mean, condolences to both families.
Yeah, definitely, for real. It's not pretty.
I'm not trying to shit on either situation.
Nah.
But like, they're getting public press, they're getting live news feeds.
Right.
They're shutting the whole school down for
a week or so, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate, but at the same time, give this other situation that same platform.
Yeah, and you know why? Because somebody needs to hear it. Somebody's confused with the other sex. You know what I mean? Somebody's going through drama. They might need to hear this to save their life. Somebody's, I mean, just come on now. come on, like, do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Have some integrity.
Have some integrity. You know what I mean? Because that person needs to get captured too and held accountable too.
Right.
You never know who else they're going to do that to next. It can be somebody that you love. It can be somebody that you care about. It can be somebody that's approaching their greatness in life.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
All the shit need to stop anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, hate yourself.
Foolish.
Hate yourself for being a hater. That's a new phrase. I'm going to get a shirt that say that, Pop. Hate yourself for being a hater. Huh?
Hell yeah.
The mindset maniac couldn't agree with me, even though he don't want to hear what the fuck we saying. You gotta hear it, nigga. Hate yourself for being a hater.
Absolutely. I think it's super unfortunate that these events took place.
Yeah.
Praying for both sides. You know what I mean?
Definitely, because yeah. So look, I'm not a parent, but just outside looking in.
Mm-hmm.
When you have kids that's reaching hard to achieve something, you know what I mean? They're going through school, they're going through the right process. You can't be there with them.
Right.
So you're doing your best to support them, you're wishing them well, and then something like this happens.
Yeah.
This is not a female that was into drugs and into the bad shit and into the wrong places. And she was actually bettering herself on the trail trying to keep her fitness up.
Yeah.
And you got somebody that's just lost in touch with life and want to cause harm to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people, there's devils out here everywhere. There's evil out here lurking everywhere. I mean, we have to pay attention and we have to give your friend a helping hand too. Like if you know, like speak on it. Like,
yeah.
Make sure you watching out when you out there running. Make sure you know what I mean. Don't do it too late. Why don't you run in the morning instead of the evening? Like speak on it a little bit more.
Yeah,
because we never know what's going on out here, man. You got motherfuckers that's crazy that's doing shit like this.
I think we got to pay attention to pay more attention to single women too.
That's true.
That's one of the scariest things. I know we men, and you know, I guess you would quote unquote say we're better at taking defending ourselves.
Right.
But you got a woman out here exercising that's isolated.
Yeah.
It can be dangerous.
It can be dangerous. And you can't, let's not throw shade on her for being out there by herself. Yeah. Because this is her normal routine. Absolutely. And sometimes you want to be by yourself to take it all in. I mean, she probably got exams that she's been trying to, you know how that shit get with the schoolwork and all that. Mm-hmm. So let me get a breath of fresh air and jog my trail.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a civilian and let's say you've seen strange people on trails before, kind of give your heads up if you can to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, because that's the only way we're going to get these evil people off this earth. Or what, you know what I mean? Or hold them accountable. Is like, if he didn't get caught, he was going to do it to somebody else. Right. And that's damn near a fact.
Hell yeah. That's for sure.
Illegal immigrant over here too. He don't give a fuck.
Fuck.
You know what I mean? So, like you said, Pop, it is sad for both families. I mean, even his family, because he might have loved ones that's on the right path that now the image is looking bad for their family.
Yeah.
But definitely just for both stories, the lynching and this lady getting slain, I mean,
yeah.
What does it come to, man? Just awareness, man. Just be more aware. Right. Be more aware. You know what I mean? Especially when you're out there moving around dolo.
Yeah.
Because shit, man, you think you by yourself, but you're really not.
Right. Exactly. So let's dive into a segment we like to call Mindset Spotlight.
Mindset Spotlight.
This is going to be a segment where we highlight somebody in and of the culture that's inspired us and encourage us to be better men.
Definitely. Yeah.
So for me, I want to give a big shout out to D1.
Shout out to D1, man. D1
is a rapper. I don't want to call him a Christian rapper, but I guess you can say that. I've met him on 2 different occasions. The first time I met him, he was performing, I think he was at the Masquerade.
Okay.
He had just opened up for Currency and I believe Dom Kennedy. if I'm not mistaken. I met him. He was, after the show, he stood outside on the steps and shook everybody's hand that was walking out. And I think he was passing out he was passing out CDs. And I want to say that album was called I Hope They Hear Me. I remember shaking his hand, chopped it up with him for a second. And then I recently ran into him out this way, actually. And had a little more conversation with him. Super intelligent guy. But like I said, he's a rapper. He's an author. He has a children's book out right now.
Yeah, shout out to that.
He's also a college professor at Tufts University. And I just got inspired over the weekend, man. I watched his interview with The Pivot.
Yeah.
And I watched his interview with The Breakfast Club. And his passion for caring about Black people.
Let me ask you this while you're on that topic. Do you feel like what he had to say about some of the rappers was wrong, or do you think it needed to be said?
Everybody, what was wrong about it?
Some people say that was wrong that he's tapping in a business that's not of his, that he's criticizing people for how they choose to make their money. And the shit that they choose to speak on while they doing their money, you know what I mean? Why they making their money? This is what the talks are.
Right. And I mean, I've been tuned in to some of those conversations, but in my opinion, man, everybody got their own means of making money. I feel like at some point we have to realize the influence that we have over the youth.
Right.
By all means, get your money, but don't continue to glorify the things that you know are wrong.
Right.
As far as guns, murder, disrespecting our women.
Right.
Drugs.
Facts.
Like, these are the things that teenagers look to as an outlet. Like, almost like they getting too involved in this stuff too early.
Right.
And I think music is the biggest influence on that. And he just saying pretty much like, be more conscious of what you putting out there. Like, don't look at it as like, first of all, they ain't even living this type of lifestyle no more.
Right.
So why it's almost like, and it's crazy because I heard somebody talk about the last Young Jeezy album. It might have been, it was Channing Crowder.
Okay.
He said, man, that new Jeezy album was trash.
No, he's absolutely wrong.
And it's because he was like, why you think it was trash? And he was like, because he talking about buying businesses and he talking about evolving. He said that made it trash. It's like, it's crazy. So like, when you try to better yourself and you try to evolve and you don't speak this certain type of language anymore, people think that you're whack.
Right.
And I think these rappers that he's referring to they're only trying to keep up an image, to me.
Yeah, they are.
Because you a mogul. You big time. Like, you ain't got to do this to make money.
Facts. You made enough money to where you can venture off and do other things. I agree with you. They're trying to keep the image up. And even with their fan base, I mean, they're trying to keep that up too. But their fans have been down so long. When you introduce a new version of yourself, I think they'll ride with you too.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta test yourself, and then, with my opinion, if you're an artist anyway, right, challenge yourself to make better content.
Exactly.
If you a lyrical artist, here's a chance to get more lyrical.
Exactly.
If you whatever kind of artist you are, like, be a better version of that.
Exactly.
Because you do have people that's looking up to you. You know what I mean?
All the time.
And I know the album does have parental advisory stickers on it. I mean, of course, the kids got to know that this is grown people talk. This is you know what I mean?
Right.
But still, you know they're gonna hear it.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, have a balance. I'll just say that. Have a better balance.
Have a balance.
I go to Nas, you know what I mean? He talks about guns and rape and drugs, but he also had a song that said, I know I can.
Exactly.
He also had a one mic. He also had, you know what I mean? Like, have a balance. And you know, I'm not saying you have to be him, but then your own type of music, have that kind of balance.
Right.
Whereas somebody can get something educational out of it. Somebody can get something inspirational out of it that does not have to involve sex, drugs, and money.
Right. And he's not saying that any of those things are wrong, because he come from that too.
Yeah, he come from that, yeah.
But those same things that we're glorifying killed his best friend.
Yeah.
So,
and he had the right to voice to be one of the cats that challenges what's going on. And voice his own opinion.
And that's all he's doing, in my opinion.
Word.
Like, we got freedom of speech. You can't tell this man he a cloud chaser.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because his first song, he came out dissing Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, and 50 Cent. And challenging them on their content.
He did.
That was his first song that ever went viral. Like
he did. I remember that shit. I remember that shit too.
People claim that he cloud chasing, but this man literally been doing this his whole career.
Yeah, I don't think he cloud chasing because he's put in the work behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Behind the scenes, he put in that work. He ain't just doing that shit while he on camera.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's not what you would consider a super mainstream artist, but I think he at least been doing this shit 15 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as being a older, mature adult, I just looked it up. He's 38.
Mm-hmm.
You got to start to change. And then he also talked about the like, I think he was a middle school teacher at first.
Okay. So
he's looking at these as like impressionable kids.
Yeah.
So I think he told a story about one of the kids having MOB tatted on his arm.
Right.
And he was like, man, you wouldn't got that tatted on your arm? Like, you know what that mean? He was like, nah. But he was like, Lil Wayne got that shit tatted on him. So I went and got it. He was like, bro, you don't even know what that mean. So
it's them type of statements right there.
Exactly.
It's them type of statements right there.
Young, impressionable, future.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to shout out him, man, and thank you for, challenging some of the big names in hip hop and trying to do better for our people, man. So
yeah, I could, and just to end off with that, he was one of the guys to do this, right? You have to start to change so you can start the change. Start the change so you can start the change. You know what I mean? So he changed himself so he could start to help somebody else with their change. Right. So shout out to that.
Shout out to that.
A guy who a lot of people look to and look forward to hearing from on a daily basis for motivation. You feel me, Pop? We all need it.
Absolutely.
No matter where it comes from, motivation does help the mindset.
For sure.
You dig? And my guy's Inky Johnson. Yeah, shout out to Inky Johnson, you know what I mean? Now a motivational speaker, but before that, he was a college athlete. So we all know when you're going through high school, even when you start sports and you go through high school and you go through the next level, it's a constant, you know what I mean, reach for better. It's a constant fight. It's a constant, you know what I mean? You just put in that work. So he's a guy that's not afraid to put in work. And we've seen that now post-career and while he was playing, but he suffered an injury while he was at the University of Tennessee, and it changed the course of his future, and it changed his life, and it changed, him being an athlete. And most people, I'm not gonna say some, I'm gonna say most, when they go through gruesome injuries like that, they count themselves out. They give up. You know what I'm saying? What they've been training for most of their life has been taken away from them. They kind of fall down and out sometimes.
Right.
He just stepped up against the challenges he had, which is one of his arms being left to where he can't use it. So he has a paralyzed arm, I think, all the way from shoulder all the way down. And, you know, he took that and he bounced a different way with it. So now he's doing motivational He's speaking motivational
speaking.
He's doing motivational speaking. He's on his tours. And he's just giving people insight on different ways to survive different things.
I think he speaks in a bunch of different settings, but I think he does go around to college athletes.
Okay, yeah.
I think that may have been what he started doing first.
Right. It was more familiar to him.
Yeah.
But you know, just a different voice for you to he's just a different tunnel and a different voice for you to hear. That's giving you game and giving you insight on things you might not hear on a daily basis. And just when you go through something like he went through, how can I say this? I mean, the adversity.
You gotta tap into something else.
You gotta tap into something else. He shows that the adversity, like it could put you on a path of greatness also.
Yeah. This
wasn't the path that he chose, but it's the path that he ended up going through, and he's making himself great at it. I mean, he's inspiring people. He gets plenty of views every day. He gets plenty of feedback. I mean, you are making a change out there. So I just wanted to give him a shout out and, you know what I mean, give him a spotlight because he is deserving.
Definitely.
And I just hope he keeps on pushing on. He's fairly young. I mean, you know what I'm saying, born in 86. So he's still fairly young. He has plenty of years to keep this going. I mean, it's just another breath of fresh air. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Inky, man.
Yeah.
This was a conversation that I had with one of my clients. If you play sports right now, what would be your soundtrack before the game? Like, what would you listen to? And I told him, I said, man, as I get older, obviously I love music, so I will have my select few artists I listen to music-wise, but man, before a football game, after that pregame meal, right before the coaches come in, bro, I'm probably gonna be listening to a motivational speaker.
That's different.
I would listen to somebody like Inky Johnson.
Shit, prime time.
Dion.
Yep.
I really like Inky Johnson.
Yep.
Deion Sanders. Somebody like C.T. Fletcher.
Yep. Our boy from Detroit. Johnson. What's his name? The karate consultant.
Jason Wilson.
Jason Wilson, my bad. Not Johnson. Jason Wilson.
Yep. He's definitely on there. But yeah, I would listen to somebody like them. Like, I feel like you get different things from each one of them. Jason Wilson, I feel like he's more soft-spoken to me.
Yep.
He has very good motivating points, but I don't know if he would match my energy as far as like before a football game.
Yeah, not before a football game.
Inky, to me, the other three, Inky, Dion, and C.T. Fletcher, they all match that type of energy though.
Yeah, definitely.
C.T. like,
he come with the energy.
Like, he gonna have you running through a wall. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
But yeah, I just think you're a master motivator, man. So
yeah, definitely, man. Like you said, you could get insight from different ways from those different guys. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it ain't even just limited to guys. I mean, females do it too, but it's just taking in information from different aspects.
Right.
That's what it's all about. But shout out to him, man. And both of them, you could say D1 is an inspirational speaker too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Because the shit he talking about is inspiring the youth.
I guess I mean, just with the internet, I would think I see more of Inky Johnson though.
Yeah.
Like they slicing his clips up.
Yeah, I mean, it's worthy too because
everywhere.
It's unique how he does it because he starts off with the bad about it.
Yeah.
I guess because he went through a tumultuous time with that injury he suffered. Yeah. He starts off with, of course it's this, of course it's that. Right. But let me show you how I could flip it into good, or how you could flip it into good. Right. Let me show you why you blessed. Let me, you know what I mean? Just the more and more you listen to him, the more and more you want to hear the next clip of him. So yeah, for sure. Yeah. So y'all got y'all. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The mindset spotlight is on y'all.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. Definitely check out some of these people if you haven't already. Again, man, we the Mindset Podcast.
Yeah, man.
It's always a pleasure chopping it up with you.
As always, I want you to remember, another day above ground is another day to be great.
Absolutely.
Poppin' fella, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. We look out for us, man. We're gonna have all the audio on digital platforms. You can check out the YouTube. Make sure you hit that notification bell to subscribe and get notifications every time we post something. Right. That's Mindset Podcast ATL on YouTube and Mindset Podcast ATL on Instagram. And another episode in the books, man.
Another one in the books, but we heating up. We back with it. More interviews, more episodes, more everything to come.
Absolutely.
Mindset is the way. You already know. Mindset is it.
Let's get it.